marriage is very easy. Yes, it's going to be very easy. All I need to do is find a fine man that loves me, God fearing, plenty money, and I'll take it off from there. At least that's what I thought. Okay, so today we're again talking about what I wish I knew before I got married. You see me, my daughter? Yes, I mean business. Because I don't want to forget any point. If you're an OG on this channel, welcome back. And if you're a first timer, welcome to another episode of Real Life with Faith. Okay, so growing up in an African home, it just goes without saying, right? The normal pattern is you're born, you're raised, you go to school, and then you get married. You have children, and then your children repeat the pattern, and then like that, it's a normal thing now. How hard can it be? Right? Newsflash, I got married. And then, no, it's not a walk in the park. It's not a walk in the park. It actually takes diligence, it takes dedication, it takes intentionality. It does take a lot. One thing I discovered when I got married is that marriage changes everything. Yes, not just for the woman, for the man, for every party involved. Marriage changes everything. It changes your body, it changes your lifestyle, it changes your choices, it changes your options, especially for a woman. It changes your kind of career choice. Yes, there are some kind of jobs you cannot do just because you are married. And it's not about your employers being mean. No, it just doesn't suit you anymore. Like, because of closing hours, except you have an understanding with your partner that, okay, but when you have children, it just changes a lot of things. No, I didn't really know how much marriage changes things until I actually got married. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I'm confessing today. I didn't know. Marriage changes a lot of things. So before you get married, you have to be ready. You need to know that a lot of things are going to change. Yes, you're not going to be coming home anytime you like. You're not going to be, a lot of things will change. Because I don't want to prolong this video, let's move on. Number two, marriage is about we, not I, not me. It's about two people. It's not that you now, probably as the man or the woman, you're just thinking, so I'm going to get this partner that's going to make me happy, that's going to cook for me, or that's going to wash my clothes, or that's going to pay my bills. Marriage is about us. We are going to get into this marriage. We are going to make each other's life better. We are going to work towards a common goal. It's not about what makes only you happy now. It's about what makes the union better. It's about what makes, sometimes you even sacrifice your own happiness. Yes, for your partner. You sacrifice your own happiness. That's marriage. You know that marriage class that you go just because your church forces you to go? Because if you don't attend that marriage seminar, they're not going to wed you. I wish most of us took that seriously. I wish we actually read books about marriage, because I know a lot of us just feel like, hey, it's a normal thing. You grow up, you marry, and then really normal thing. You're going to live with someone who is not your relative. Even you and your relative, your siblings that were born in the same home, raised together, you still fight. Now, imagine getting married to someone who is not related to you. Because of course we cannot marry our relations, right? Probably raised in a different environment, probably tribe or culture, totally different from yours. How do you think you're just going to make it work without study? Yes, without proper study, without proper time, without proper studying the other partner. Because truthfully, women are distinctively different from men. No matter how the world is trying to push the narrative that we're all the same, there are just things that God made like that. A woman reacts to some situations differently than a man, right? So you need to actually know, you need to read, you need to study, you need to put in the work. Not just that you wake up and you just think that I will marry and then make it work from there. Is the reason why a lot of people struggle in their marriage. Is the reason why I had to struggle with a lot of things in my marriage. I wish I knew. I wish I read those books, a lot of them, not just in passing. I wish I paid more attention to when they were preaching about marriage in church. Now I'm doing better. I'm actually getting to read those books. I'm actually listening to those sermon more. So if you are by the other side of the camera and you're not yet married, you are in luck. This is your time to actually study, to actually learn, about the other party, be you a man or a woman. Because it's not just women that should study about this, it is men. You're going to live with someone who her hormones changes throughout the month. You need to know how that maybe when she's in this time of her cycle, she can react to certain things, right? That's on a lighter note. Moving on. I think we're on number 3. Okay. Every marriage is different. That's one thing I got to know after getting married. Yes, there's no standard, there's no template for how marriage should be, in quotes, right? Like, okay, this is how this man should react, this is how this woman should react. No, your partner is different from Mr. B's partner. Your partner is different from Mr. A's partner. Your individual issues and problems and weaknesses are unique to you. They are unique to that marriage. It doesn't mean that you cannot take lessons from other people. It doesn't mean that you cannot take lessons from your pastor, but you need to bring it down. You need to narrow it down to you and your partner, knowing that you have very, very personal issues. Your husband is not your father. Yes, because some of us ladies, we expect that this is not how my father used to treat my mother. This is not how, he is not your father. Yes, he's your husband. If you wanted to marry your father, you should have married him. You get, so you don't expect that your husband is going to react like your father. I had to learn those things. Yes. And your wife is not your mother. Your mother used to cook and clean and wash for you that complain. And that's why she's your mother. She is your wife. Your mother cooks fresh meal every day. Sorry. She is not your mother. So you're not going to build your relationship, your marriage on this is how we used to do it in our house, like your bed home. No, this is your own house now, and you're going to make it work how it can work between you and your partner. You know that somebody will gist you now that if my husband comes home late, I'm going to lock him outside, and in the morning he'll come and beg. That's her husband. You might lock your own husband outside, and that's the end of the marriage, right? What I'm trying to say is every marriage is different. So know your marriage, know your partner, know your unique differences, and work with it. Thank you. Moving on. I think this is number 4. Forgiveness is a must. Forgiveness is a must in marriage. During my relationship times, I like to break up. Oh, small thing. I don't do again. If you continue with that habit in marriage, you're going to be married to like 100 men and you will still not be done because everyone is flawed. There's no perfect person out there. Even individual is flawed. Even you're flawed. So what are you thinking? Right? Every individual is flawed. Forgiveness is a must. So you, that fine girl, as you are packing all those your big boxes to your husband's house, pack an empty box. You know what you're going to put inside? Forgiveness. Put a lot of forgiveness inside that box because you are going to need it. Number 5. Your partner is not your joy box. It's not your happiness box. You know how we buy this music box, and when we want to listen to music, we just press it. Pim, we play either through your Bluetooth or through a radio and all of that. Okay, that's not what your partner is. Your partner can help give you joy. They can participate in making you happy. They can be one of the reasons why you will be happy, but they are not your joy box. God is, and you are the major contributor to your joy and your happiness. You see, some days you wake up, when the Bible says all the weapons fashioned against you will not prosper, sometimes your partner will act like that weapon that is fashioned against you. They can wake up and start acting like that. So if you think They are your joy. They are the only reason why you will be happy or should be happy. You're going to be a frustrated spouse. You're going to be a frustrated husband or frustrated wife. Do you understand? Your husband, your wife is not your joy box. I had to realize that after getting married, because I just feel like, oh, he's going to wake up in the morning and do breakfast in bed and pet me whenever I'm angry and just do everything perfect, perfect, perfect. And it's going to make me happy. No, sometimes he's going to be the reason why you are not happy. So you need to be happy independent of your spouse, regardless of how your spouse is acting. They can get on your nerves. You need to be happy regardless. You need to make yourself happy. You need to know that they are not your joy box. They are not that box where you can just press, make me happy, make me happy. Okay? They are not that. So you have to find what makes you happy first, which is God, and then other things aside from your spouse that can make you happy. Now, number 6, marriage is not the end. It's not even the means to an end. It's just part of life. You see how you bag a degree, you land your dream job, you celebrate your birthday. Yes, marriage is just one of those things that will happen. It's not that perfect piece of the block that is just going to fit perfectly and magically all of a sudden your life becomes perfect. That's what I thought. No, it is just one of those things. I'm not saying marriage is not an achievement. It is an achievement, but it's not all the achievement. You have to have other achievements. You need to get a job. You need to work. Children are achievements. So when you say, "Oh, you're married and that's the end of the world," marriage is just one piece of the whole puzzle. It is not the whole. Marriage is not the whole. Last but not the least, you are the one that's going to make your marriage work. You, yes, the both of you, but you. It's not like you are going to sit down and say, okay, if my husband acts right, if my wife acts right, then we're going to work. No, that's like removing yourself from the equation. You are going to be actively involved in making this work. Either you're the man or the woman, you're going to be involved. You're not going to just sit down there as the Lord and personal savior of the house and just think that you are perfect. You don't need to put in the work. You don't, since you are the trophy wife, you just need to sit down there and everything falls at your feet. No, you are the one that's going to make it work. Marriage is actually work. Marriage is forgiveness. Marriage is prayer. Marriage is starting all over. Some days you go to bed and you probably had a fight the previous day. You have to wake up the next morning and decide to choose each other again. You do that over and over till you get it right. And this is just an extra point. You are getting to know this person. There is no way you have dated someone for 10 years and you will know them as much as you're going to know them when you get married to them. Yes, marriage is a revealer. Marriage makes people relax, and when they are relaxed, they get to be their natural, authentic self. So, regardless of how long you think you've dated this person, you've known this person, you're going to know them better when you get married to them. So, you're going to take time to actually analyze each other, know your partner, know their deeds, know their don'ts, know their likes and dislikes, know their, you just need to know them all over again. And knowing a person is not something that happens overnight. So give each other grace. You need to give each other grace and give each other time. Don't expect that you're married today in 1 month. You should just know your partner. Your partner should just know you. They should just know what you like and what you don't like, and everything flows like that. You get? Give each other grace. And until next time, thanks for stopping by.